Regularly scheduled board meeting for December. So welcome to those who are here in our office and those that may be viewing online. At this time, I would ask for a moment of silence.
Most kind of gracious Heavenly Father, we stand before you, Lord. Thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for this opportunity to serve this board. Lord, thank you for all your abundant blessings upon us, Lord. Just pray that you bless this time, Lord, that you put wisdom and discernment, Lord, that all of us say, all that we do, all you put your trust in.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Murphy, would you read our mission statement, please?
The Cherokee County Board of Education Commission is for every student to graduate from high school and be enrolled in education for one post-secondary education and prepared for life in the 21st century.
Thank you. You have the agenda before you. Are there any modifications that need to be made to the agenda?
Madam Chair, I would like to request that we have a very quick closed session to discuss personnel issues.
There's been a request for closed session to discuss personnel.
You can, I mean, you get a motion and second to it.
I'll second that.
All right, so the motion was made by Mr. Tatham and then seconded by Mr. Ellis. Mr. Hatham, further discussion?
No, Madam Chair, I apologize, it's late notice, but I
Mr.
don't think it'll
Evans?
take very long.
No, I agree.
All right, so we're going to need to put this on my agenda between 11 and 12?
That's what it was.
Yeah, we'll put it down there between 11 and 12. So it will now become 12. And 12 will now become 13. Okay, well, I guess I need to get a vote on that. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, on the same sign? Aye. All right, motion carries. All right, you have the regular minutes in front of you from our meeting on November the 21st. Are there any modifications or corrections that need to be made to those meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes stand, okay? Mr. Chapman, do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
No, Madam Chair.
Great, moving on down the line. All right, that comes to reports. Dr. Woody, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, on facilities, you have multiple pictures of the projects that we have going on. Two main projects we have going on currently is the Andrew Middle School roof project. And we have the Hiawassee Dam retaining wall projects are the ones that we have going on at this current time. The Andrews Middle School project is a little bit over 50% complete. Toward the middle to end of January is their completion date. And the Hiawassee Dam project is in the earlier stages on it. You have your personnel report with you. And tonight, I am honored, we do get to do a recognition tonight, and that is going to be to Tamitha Sellers. She is the Educator of Excellence for EC, and I will read, see if I can find it. Let's see. I have something to say about you, but let me find it first. All right. It is with great pleasure that we announce Ms. Tamitha Sellers as the 2024 recipient of the Exceptional Children Educator of Excellence Award for Cherokee County Schools. Ms. Sellers serves as the behavioral support teacher at Murphy Middle School. Joining Cherokee County Schools in March of 2021, Ms. Sellers has been instrumental in developing and implementing the intensive intervention behavior classroom at Murphy Middle School. This initiative has provided students with an environment where they have achieved remarkable success. Ms. Sellers' efforts focus on fostering learning, conducive behaviors, and respectful peer and adult interactions. With a teaching career that began in 1994, Ms. Sellers has extensive experience in both public and Department of Defense educational activity. Her rich background in education and passion for helping students thrive is evident in her work. Each year, exceptional children staff in Cherokee County Schools have the opportunity to vote for the Educator of Excellence using criteria established by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. This year, Ms. Sellers was overwhelmingly chosen by her peers. She was formally honored for this achievement at the 73rd Conference on Exceptional Children hosted by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction on November 14th in Greensboro, North Carolina. Congratulations to Mrs. Sellers for this well-deserved recognition. And at this time, Ms. Sellers, if we can get you to come forward, if we could get we'll go down to the far end and the board and vice chair, and then if you'll come across and everyone would love to shake your hand. I'll make it right here. Thank you very much. Congratulations on this award. that concludes my report.
Heard Dr. Woody's report as presented. Do I have a motion and a second to approve his report? Motion by Mr. Coleman. Do I have a second by Mr. Tatum? Mr. Coleman, any comment? Mr. Tatum? Okay. Fellow board members, any comments on this? Mr. Chapman, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Ellis. Aye. Mr. Matthews. Aye. Mr. Tatum.
Aye.
Mrs. Gaddis.
Aye.
Mr. Murphy. Mr. Coleman. And Mrs. Rayford.
Aye. All right, next up on the list will be our finance officer's report, so I will turn it over to Ms. Katz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've never been
Okay, all right, moving right along. That'll be me. I've got several things that I wanted to highlight from just the last 2 weeks that our kids have been involved in. They're very active. There's been a lot that's been going on this time of the year. I've been able to get out to some of them. So this past week, I visited the School of Innovation and the Innovation Theater where they debuted their production of Mr. Scrooge's Christmas. So it ran on Monday and Tuesday night. And as we all know, this Innovation Theater is not only made up of early college students, but students from Murphy High School, Andrews High School, and Hiawassee Dam High School. So it's nice to see that collaboration between those students. They did a great job. I very much enjoyed it. The crowd enjoyed it. So good job, thespians. Our Murphy High School Bulldogs, they made it to the Elite 8 round. So way to go for that. I know that we have had several players from Murphy and Andrews football teams who have been named to all conference. My understanding is that Coach Watson was also named all conference coach of the year, so congratulations to him. I know that Andrews Middle School presented their student presentation. I think Dr. Woody may have gone to that, their winter showcase. They had hot chocolate and popcorn and displayed some, I think, art, and then had a special reading the night before Christmas. CTE student intern presentations. Ms. Anderson told me that there are 24 of our high school students across the county that were involved in internships ranging from in-house here in the school system to the insurance offices, to the occupational physical therapy. I think we had ear, nose, and throat, just spanning the gamut, radiology. So they're really getting a lot of hands-on experience and participation to decide whether or not, hey, this is the field I want to be in, or no, this is not what I want to do. They've been giving presentations. I think they started maybe last week. They're going through this week. I think maybe 1 or 2 will have to wrap up next week, but that's impressive, and I know that is an undertaking to get all of that coordinated. I noticed that we had 18 Murphy High School students who obtained their Microsoft Office PowerPoint Associate 365 Specialist Certification. That's a feat, and it will serve them well past high school. So congratulations, students. Then Mike Taylor's public safety class from Hiawassee Dam and Murphy High School both got to go to county offices between the sheriff's office, the detention center, Cherokee County E911 communications, as well as the county clerk's office and the courtroom to see exactly how they all work together, what they do in each of those facilities. I think they got to meet at least one of the canines, maybe 2 of them, and talk to officers, talk to sergeants, talk to folks in 911, see what happens when folks are brought into the detention center, see how the court process runs, and how the clerk's office operates with that. We have a lot that happens in this county. So they saw a lot that day, I guarantee it. I know that the Murphy Middle School chorus presented their chorus concert, and then the Murphy Middle School and Murphy High School also presented their Christmas production. I've heard nothing but good things from parents out in the community, so job well done. I know sometimes those aren't the most popular programs, but they're vital to everything else. So I'm glad to see that happen. Andrews, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, the food class, Food 1 out at Andrews High School. They got to go spend the day over at Morning Fog Coffee and Eats, and they got to do everything. They got to make orders. They got to make bagels. They got to take orders, make food. They really got to see what it's like to take what they learned in that classroom and then apply it apply it to a real world setting. So thanks to Morning Fog for partnering with us. We could not do it. There's so many community partners who come in and make these things possible for our students, and just really, it's invaluable what they can do for us in the field. Lastly, how LCDM students in Mr. Strickland's food and nutrition classes have successfully earned their Serve Safe Food Manager certification, as well as their Serve Safe Food Handler certification. This is huge. That is not an easy thing to complete. My daughter is in hospitality and she took that, and it is hard. So for these kids to get that in high school, when you go through like a fast food restaurant and you look up on the window to see what their sanitation rating is, if you have employees that have this certification, it helps them. So kudos to those kids. Thank you, Mr. Strickland. I think this is the first maybe set of students that he's had go through this course and to obtain that certification. So job well done. There's, I'm sure, a few more things coming up. I know we're coming up on the end of the semester. I know things are seeming very hairy right now. We will enter finals next week. And I think about that often, and our kids are going to do great. Thankful for the administration in place, thankful for those teachers in place. These kids are going to do well. With that being said, we'll move on to item number 9, which is old business. So under A, we've got the policy report for second reading. I need a motion and a second to approve the following policies. 3415, 3620, 3620R, and then for middle school, and then 3620R for the high school. I believe we're combining all that, are we not, guys?
Yes,
Go
Madam
ahead.
Chair. Those two are going to be deleted.
Gotcha. Okay, and so basically 3415, and then it'll just become 3620, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do I have a motion and a second to approve those two policies as presented? Okay, all right. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Coleman. Okay, Mr. Matthews, any discussion?
No.
Okay. Mr. Coleman, discussion? Okay. Fellow board members, discussion on these policies?
Madam Chair, just a point of clarification.
Sure.
And I probably should have done this earlier. So we are proposing to get rid of the high school and the middle school.
The data that's in there is contained in the 36.
Okay.
We're not getting rid of that. We're not getting rid of those policies. We're combining it into a single source.
Okay. All right. I thought that's what we would do, but then I thought we were just we were actually going to delete those policies.
Those policies will be deleted because the information will be in the 3620.
Okay. And we don't have anything in any of the policies that we're going to be missing.
No.
As a result of the deletion.
No.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay. I can just do regular vote, I don't need a roll call. Okay, all in favor of approving these policies as presented, say aye. Aye. Any opposed by the same sign? Great, all right, that brings us to new business. So surplus property bid on 85 Temple Street. Refresh my memory, I just need a motion and a second to accept the bid that's been given to us. Okay, all right, so do I have a motion and a second to accept the bid that has been submitted to us on our surplus property at 85 Temple Street?
So moved.
Okay, Mr. Tatham, who's second? Mr. Coleman? All right, Mr. Tatham, discussion?
No, Madam Chair.
Mr. Coleman, discussion?
Yes, but understand that you still have the 10-day upsets and all that stuff.
Yes.
So we're taking this bid. but-
Yeah, we're taking this, right, and it, potentially, we could be coming back next month with an upset bid, in which case we will have to vote to accept that, and then 10 days starts again. So, but right now, we have this bid, it will have a 10-day period for upset, and if there is not an upset bid, I would assume then that we would come back again next month, say that happens, and we would vote to accept that bid and
Yes.
be done. Okay, all right, any other discussion?
Is that the only bid we've had?
Yes.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call or regular?
It's your choice.
I don't care. Okay, all right, so all in favor of accepting the bid, say aye. Aye. Any opposed by the same sign? Moving right along. Okay, so our next school board meeting will be Thursday, January the 16th at 5:30 here at Central Office. Okay, and then now, that brings us to closed session. So, pursuant to the provisions of North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A3 and 143-318.11C, I move that the Cherokee County Board of Education go into closed session for the following purposes. Under subsection A1, to prevent the disclosure of privileged or confidential personnel information pursuant to General Statute 115C-319-321. So do I have a motion and a second to go into closed? Motion made by Mr. Coleman, second.
You made the motion.
Oh, just kidding. I made the motion. Mr. Coleman is the second. Just kidding. It's been a long day, folks. Okay, all in favor of going into closed session, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, we're going into closed session.